Okay, so we are back. Now, what were we doing the last time? If I remember correctly, we were expanding. Oh gosh, my PC is not happy with that. Yeah, so if I remember last time, we were expanding out. We just settled this city, which is a great little city to settle. Now, ideally, if we could be really cheeky, we'd love to settle perhaps. You see, we could settle there. The problem with settling here is this pass is obviously really easy to defend. This is a defendable tile because this is over a river, and then this is also a defendable tile because this is well, it's not as defendable, but it's just a one tile. So ideally, we would settle here because then they've only got 3 tiles to come through, whereas if we settle here, they can attack us from here, here, and here. Now, I know I'm worrying about them. I don't think we're going to be able to get that settle off. That's unfortunate that I didn't notice that sooner. So, what I can do, I can bring this field kind of down here to try and dissuade them, shall we say. What we really don't want to do, which sometimes happens in games, and you might be tempted to do, and you might do quite often as well on lower difficulties, is if they leave their settler undefended to a point where you can take it, declare a surprise war and take it. We really don't want to do that. If we do that, even if we get the city, what's going to happen is both Peter and Sunduk are going to come to war with us, and at the moment we're just not ready to deal with war. I mean, as you can see, we're roughly the same tech as they are. They will pull ahead. There's nothing we can do about that because they get the deity bonuses. So we really do not want to go to war with them as a surprise war. Ideally, what we want is to get fully set up and then them declare war on us, and then we build the relationship with both Peter and Sunduk. So I'm very sorry, by the way, if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I'm not Korean. I try my best. Perhaps I'll start listening to some more history podcasts and such. So, we're getting Oxford University on this tile. Now, the question is, what do we do with this builder? We're about to build a settler. That's going to reduce our population by 1. 64 turns until we grow. That's a long time. So we need 88.7 food to grow. And if we chop this tile, that will mean we'll get a population and then we'll lose the population. However, this tile is being worked. This is a tough one. I think we need to harvest this resource. Farms are crap anyway when they're just a single tile. Even though we're going to get this, we'd have to put a farm there, and it's not the best. So we've harvested that, and I think we can go on to the next turn now. Really, I need to be watching what you were doing. So they pulled the settler back. Having the ranger and the field kind of move down was a good move. Now this is very annoying. That's very unlucky. So barbarian camps can only spawn in Fog of War. And look where it spawned. The one sort of row of tiles that it could possibly spawn in. Now, I hate it when it does that. Now, we have at least got units in the pit, so we can defend. This was obviously a misclick. I'm very annoyed that happens. It happens sometimes. Don't know. It might be my mouse, it might be the slow running of my PC, but it happens. We deal with it. that misclick's not going to cost us the game. So again, we're moving our settlers out. Obviously, this one, so yeah, you can see because we harvested that food tile, we're now going down on population. It doesn't matter that much because, as you can see, the tiles that we're working aren't that great anyway, and we already got all our districts down. So we don't need to worry. As you can see, it requires population of 13 or greater. So we don't really need to worry about population yet. This city will grow eventually. We just need to focus on getting it to a decent standard first. Remember, we are going to be putting an industry on this city, on this tile, sorry. So we've got that to bear in mind. That will give us an extra 2 food, I think. So that's going to help. For now, then, is it another 3 turns on a settler? 4 turns on a settler, so that's gone up. So we're going to build another settler, and I think we'll see what lands we manage to settle before we decide if we're going to settle anymore. The thing about settling is we can always settle this sort of city here and this sort of city here. What we can't do is settle down here later. The AI will come out and will settle these areas here, and it's absolutely vital that we get these areas. Now, if you notice, we've got coal, horses, 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 horses. So these are all in the same spots on either side of the map, and then we've got niter in the corners. We definitely need to claim at least one of these niter, probably this one. This one's supposed to be ours. The other thing we need to be wary of is obviously we've not spawned aluminium or uranium yet. Now, I know where aluminium and uranium spawns on this map, but even if you don't, it should still be an importance to you to claim all of these tiles, because you can tell just by the way that the map's set up that this is a balanced game. So, and the game, this map is trying to push you into the middle, so you know that aluminium and uranium are going to spawn in the middle somewhere, so you know that you need to be pushing in. And again, this is very specific to this map. Fire here. This is very specific to this map, but the rules still apply, even if you're playing, a map that excuse me, even if you're playing a map that you don't know where everything is, because everyone's played a game where niter spawns and they don't have any niter. Everyone's played a game where coal spawns, they don't have any coal. Oil is a big one. Oil always spawns in the middle of nowhere. The way to avoid that is to have cities everywhere, and have cities in places where you know are likely to spawn. So you know that oil is likely to spawn in the desert. You know that iron only spawns. You know that iron spawns near your start location. You know that horses spawn near your start location. You can predict these things, and it's very important that you've got the facility, you've got the ability even to capitalize. So that fire starting is very annoying, because it means that we can't put a lumber mill on any of these tiles, because it's just immediately going to get pillaged. So what do we want in this city? This city is crap at the minute. It will get better, don't worry about that. For now, we are going to start our shipyard, because getting a shipyard in here is going to be very important. We're also going to move this pike and shot over here, because we do want to be dealing with this barbarian encampment. We also want to be putting the AI off. I'm not going to take this builder out here. In fact, I'm going to be risky and improve this tile. We know barbarians are out here, so this is a risky move. We'll see what happens. So Himiko has made her way to Bologna. She has 2 movement left, so if we move her here and get the 175 faith. This is really important. We may go Grandmaster's Chapel. Likely not. Likely we're going to go Intelligence Agency this game, and I'll get to that when we actually build it. But faith is still important, because at the end of the era we'll be able to get Himiko and Sinbad back. So, Peter wants to send an envoy. Brilliant. That's really good. And, of course, the misclick. Punished straight away. That's very annoying. That's very unfortunate. These things happen. These things happen. We've got plenty of units, so we don't need to worry. What we do need to do, though, is worry about this field cannon for now. So this pike and shot is not going to be able to attack this field cannon because we're on a rainforest tile. So what we can do is kill this ranger, move you here, and then this fire is going to spread. Oh, he took a population as well. That's why I wondered why I couldn't build a district, but never mind. So now we're going to move up here, and we are going to improve these two tiles. As you can see, these do become decent tiles, and it's going to solve our food problem. So we've got 3 charges, so that's 1, 2, and then industry here. So perfect use of this builder. Again, I know we're losing population, however, oh perfect. However, if you remember at the start of the game, we were bankrupt, and now we're on plus 60 gold per turn. This food problem will solve itself. You do not need to panic. We literally have 31 turns before we starve, and we're building a settler, so which will reduce our population. So these are things that you don't need to panic about. Just continue playing, and you'll be fine. So we're going to move this pike and shot here. So now we're exerting zone of control over this field cannon, over this pike and shot. This field cannon moving here is 1 movement cost. We're going to take a risk. If this barbarian encampment spawns a unit, it's going to be able to attack us. However, we want to be able to pillage this with the field cannon. I'll explain why later, and I will attack that and kill it here. Excuse me. And then we're going to bring this settler and continue on our quest to bring that settler down there. We're going to now bring this field cannon back. So what we don't want to do is overstretch ourselves. And what we do want to do is continue. Now this may seem a bit silly because we know, because the map is mirrored, that we're going to have a city-state here and a city-state here. I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I am actually going to go and find these city-states. There's an argument to be said of just literally pumping all your envoys into Bologna, because if you do that, you know that you're not going to have to do that again later on. However, Bologna is not that great. Yes, you get more great person points for writers, artists, and musicians, as well as engineers, scientists, and merchants. We're going to be fine with that. We are going to have more cities than the AI this game, so we're going to be okay with great people points. So, you know, there's pros and cons to both. So speaking of great people, let's have a look who's available. So first things first, there's 2 here that we really want. So you notice I put in Great Admiral points, and this is why. Instantly creates a battleship unit with 1 promotion level and plus coal per turn. This is amazing. Honestly, naval warfare is absolutely amazing in this game, especially late game. Early on, it's rubbish, and to be fair, I think that's why most people get put off by naval warfare, because early on it's a bit rubbish. It gets so much better, so much better. It starts getting better with frigates. The problem with frigates is they come so late in the tech tree. However, when you start getting to battleships, you're already at that point in the tech tree.
For a machine to run smoothly and predictably,
battleships
its
are
parts
absolutely
must be
incredible,
standard
and when we get
and
them,
hence
I'll
replaceable.
explain why. So we've got replaceable parts. Regulars infantry. We haven't got any oil. Oil is going to be a little bit of a problem in this game. We'll get to that. Now, what I'm going to do here, I could put them on there. I'm not going to. I want to clear this camp with a field cannon. Now, getting your ranged units experience is much more important than getting your melee units experience. We're losing loyalty in this city. That's because we're down to 2 population. That is really annoying. How can we fix that problem? There's a couple of ways. We could get a trader. It's just going to get pillaged by the barbarians. Very annoying. We could just wait. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait. These tiles, we're okay on population. It's rebellion in 304 turns, so that will come down. But for now, we're going to leave that. So where are we going to settle? Right, where we settle depends on where Russia settles. So we're going to come out here. We're going to look at the suzerainty of Mexico City. She's only put that, so we can bump that up to 5. We're not going to seize Mexico City again now. We've got Hercules, that's pretty good. We might not get him this game though. So, funnily enough, Hercules is one of the best heroes in the game. Some would say he's the best hero in the game. In later game starts, especially modern era starts, as you can see, our districts only cost 1. We build our districts only in 1 turn, and we're going to have probably no more than what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities perhaps early on, and then the AI is going to build the rest for us. So Hercules not going to be that important. Right, let's go up here and explore Russia. Speaking of, I'm going to limit my interactions with the AI because, as you can clearly see already, most people forget about them. I'm going to establish an embassy because they did it with me, and I'm going to see if no, and no, not yet. So unfortunate. I'm going to continue to limit my interaction with the AI because what I want to focus on in this game is just the bare bones. No exploits, no cheesy tactics, just the bare bones gameplay. I'm going to swap this tile to the capital and put the industry on it, and immediately solves our population problem. Perfect. Perfect. So we've finished building settlers for now. We're not going to build any more settlers just yet. What do we want? What we're not going to do is build units just yet. As you can see, a lot of turns still for our units. So what we are going to do is get the intelligence agency, then we're going to build a spy, then we're going to build Oxford University. No, we're not going to do that. Oxford University is really important. So is Ruhr Valley. Yeah, we're going to have to start focusing on our wonders, otherwise we're not going to get them out. So, what do we need for Ruhr Valley? We need a factory. We need 1,320 gold for that. So, that's going to be, how many turns is that? 10 turns? Yeah, 10 turns-ish, probably less. 7 or 8 turns. 8 turns if we just work it. So this is a decision point. We've reached really our first major decision point. The game's sort of played itself now. Are the AI going to build these wonders? The answer is probably yes. So what are we going to do about it? We're going to build Oxford University because we're not going to build Oxford University. If I can make my mind up. Production's going to be way more important in the late game. We're going to need production in the late game. Oxford's going to be nice, but we're going to need production in the late game. So we're going to focus on that. What we're going to do is we're going to hard build the Gilded Vault. We're not going to build a spy. We're going to hard build the Gilded Vault, and then we're going to buy the factory, and then we're going to place Ruhr Valley and start working Ruhr Valley. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to continue on our settling mission. We're going to come here so that our settler doesn't get set on fire. And I think we're going to get away with this. 1, 2. Ooh, now then. If I stand my ranger on this tackle. so we'll pillage this clan. That's going to get a promotion. Oh, where are you going? No, 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 no. That's not good. That's not good at all. Of course, the area that I've targeted to go and forward settle is not the area that... no. Okay, this might be a problem for us. But, just like everything, we will deal with it as it comes. Now, Geneva. Oh, Geneva. Right, Himiko is going to pump all her envoys into Geneva. There's 10 envoys in there, I think. Yeah, so that's fine. That's honestly not a problem. What we're going to do, we're going to put one envoy in to get our double envoys, and then we need to trigger an inspiration for conservation. I can build a neighbourhood district with breathtaking appeal. Do I want to do that? The answer to that is maybe. No, I'm not going to do that because I've been spending gold there. We're going to continue with Sinbad. We really want Sinbad. We're not going to build a neighbourhood district here. What about here? Can we get a breathtaking... We can. No, we can't. That's not breathtaking. Right, we're not going to do that just yet. It doesn't matter that much. It's only going to be one envoy, so we're okay with that. We're okay with that. So what we're going to do with this builder? Have we? Yeah, let's improve this tile. Let's just improve this tile. Let's not think too hard about that. Let's just improve that tile. We're not going to improve this one. We still don't have a navy to protect ourselves. We are going to get Sinbad soon, but Sinbad can't be in two places at once. That's very annoying. So what we need to do now, we definitely need to settle around here. So we're going to promote you, and we want this because we're going to have a defensive unit. That is very frustrating. This is basically the perfect place for Russia to settle. Okay. We're going to struggle with that. Now, that barbarian encampment spawning there is also annoying. That ranger... Can that ranger get the settler? We're going to gamble. We need to get... here. I may have just made a slight error there, but again, we're not playing optimally this game. We're playing realistically, I like to call it. So, right, since Russia has settled there, we're going to have to settle down here. Let's get an envoy. Now then. My mouse is shit. We need to keep an eye on Korea. There's nothing we can do, obviously, but excellent. They attacked there. So now we need... We really need to exercise zone of control so they can't get that settler. So let's go here. Let's... Ideally, yeah, what we want is to level this field cannon up before we make it into a corner. So let's do that. I'll show you when it comes to it. It needs orders. Right, where's this settler going? You are going down there. So we're settling here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we want to settle here, I think. Now I know we're off freshwater as well. We're in the late game. Housing's not a problem. Housing is not a problem. Trust me on this. We just want to get ourselves down. So come down here. Now this is why it's so important that we got religious settlements. Us getting religious settlements means that we're one settler ahead. We're 3 turns ahead, basically, of getting in front, getting out here. And as you can see already from Russia's settle here, very important. Honestly, I cannot stress this enough, the most important thing is to get your settles out. So, attack here. We're going to move. We're going to kill with you. And then we're going to move to here with you. And then, -1 loyalty. And this will clear the background. It will not. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. That's good. It's good that it didn't clear the background. So, normally what happens if you settle next to it, if I'd settled here, it would have cleared the barb camp for me. I want the experience. I want this field cannon to clear the barb camp because it will gain a level. And when it gains a level, I'll take the opposite promotion which I took. So I took garrison on this one. If I take the other one, I don't know what it's called, then combine them together, I'll have a unit with both of the promotions. If you can plan that out, it's always worth it. Sometimes it's just a bit difficult to plan, but if you can, it's always worth it. Definitely going here. That builder definitely wanted to go inside. So we're going to continue pumping, as we like to do. Now then, do we build the campus here? So we've got 4 population, so we can build 2 districts. The question is, do we get an encampment? And I believe the answer to that might be yes, and we might get it here. But that's going to cost 132 gold to buy. We're not going to do that just yet. Although, 1, 2, 3, okay. Okay, we are going to do that. Always worth checking, because this is an extra bonus which I hadn't thought of. This is always worth checking, and me getting this tile is massive. Absolutely huge that I've got that tile, because as you can see from the map, no, put commercial up there. As you can see from the map, the amenities are balanced. So I get furs and tea. Russia gets ivory and citrus, and Korea get whatever they get. And then Shaka gets spices and something else, whatever he gets. I've just taken one of his. So I've got an amenity now that I shouldn't actually have. And what that has done, Aztec's Civ bonus, is I've been given an extra combat strength, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So that I know not every civilization gets extra combat strength. I'm just using that the Aztecs in this situation as an example as to or like an exaggeration of how important. Yeah, we're going to have to say they settle where we please, because we are going to be settling another city near them. How important getting luxury resources is. So you are going to come into this, and we're going to pillage, and we're going to get a promotion. You are going to come over here. You are going to come here. We'll make them a core next turn. Definitely going to improve this plantation first. We can worry about the spices later. That tile is ours now, so unless he culture bombs it. Right, now then. Now we've got Sinbad. Let's explore the map and find if there are any barbarian encampments on the coast. We are a little bit late getting Sinbad, but now that we've got him, we have a permanent coastal hero. He has 9 combat strength, and his ability obviously halves the health of any unit. So let's repair our harbour. We finished the campus. We are going to get an encampment in this city, and we're going to put it on this tile because this tile is useless. Now that took a turn off us getting our factory. See, this is why we could have sent more envoys to Bologna. Now these areas are affected by droughts all the time, which is really annoying, but there's nothing we can do about the... Right, so we're just going to double check. We got garrison, so promote, volley, combine, and as you can see we have both volley and garrison. So now when this is occupying a district, plus 15 combat strength, which is amazing. So it may be worth putting a Mane into Bologna, but we will see. We're going to put another envoy in just to get Bologna back. So Texaco is losing loyalty. That's not a surprise because they've probably just increased. Yep, they've gone up to 5, which is fine. That's okay. That's okay. Now then, do they have open borders with us? Excuse me, I don't think they do, which means if they try and move their settler up here, we can buy this tile and stop them from getting through, which is something that we absolutely should be considering doing. Let's get some more coal. Got Nancy. We're going to repair this lighthouse. We're going to get our gilded vault, which is our amazing improvement. So we're going to have, we don't need Renaissance walls because we are going to put thingamajig in here, machine gun in here. What we could get on this tile, because again look, this tile is useless. It's useless. It's no yields on it. So what we could do is put either an entertainment complex, some amenities, or an industrial zone. I'm thinking industrial zone. Let's have a look at our amenities. We've got happy, content, displeased, content. Our amenities are going to be an issue this game, aren't they? I think maybe this city is going to build our entertainment complex. If I build it there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, get that. Put it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm not quite going to reach because we want to settle this oasis here. Probably here actually, or maybe even here. We might not be able to get this city here. Let's go here. Let's come over here and just see what Korea's up to. We can still settle here, perfect. Yeah, we want to settle there. We're going to settle here. Oh, that's annoying. We got barbarians. I didn't notice that, and I've sent Sinbad the wrong way. Right, Sinbad, come round. That's 700 gold, or thereabouts. It's a lot of gold. It's a lot of gold. Right, so we finished our encampment. What are we going to build in this city? What we're going to build, we're going to get a stable. Now, barracks is better in the early game. Stable is better in the late game. We're going to be getting tanks, and they also improve siege class. We're going to be getting siege as well. We're going to be getting bombards, and we're going to be upgrading them into artillery. Very important. We get that down. Now, hopefully, this ranger is not going to pillage us. That would be ideal. We're going to send this ranger over here. So I want to settle annoyingly, where this infantry is. So, yeah. Again, we're off fresh water. Doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. We can get neighbourhoods if we're worried about housing. Or we can just put an aqueduct on one of these tiles. Doesn't matter. So, they did get that horse tile because they're Russia. However, we are going to buy this tile just to make sure that we get as much space as possible. Okay, we're going to shoot this ranger. And there's that for it. It's going to be annoying. However, boom! Now, we're going to get... What are we going to get here? Yeah, we're going to do our shipyard. We're not building anything else there. Now then, I think I may... No. Very tempting. I'm going to stick with my original plan. We're going to play greedy here. We're going to get a factory. And then we're getting Row Valley. And we're putting it on the tile that we said we were putting it on. Perfect. Right. This district, this may be one where we build a holy site because we can get the +7 from Mount Everest. Mount Everest is always in the middle, by the way. So on this map, you always have Mount Everest, Galapagos Islands, Great Barrier Reef. I can't remember if there's any more wonders, but those are the wonders that you get on this map, and they're always on this map. So just worth bearing in mind. So this might be our holy site city. Yeah, we're going to get that down. We're going to get that down straight away. Faffing about. And then we need to improve this tile because we need, as we did with this one, we need to get some food into that city. So this pike and shot, what it's going to do, it's going to stand here to cover just as much of the war as we can. Yeah, we're going to leave that as it is for now, and then we're going to worry about these barbarians next turn. That's really annoying that that camp has spawned there. Let's send our ranger back. Now this is why it's sad that we lost that ranger, because that was the ranger that we had experience on, and we could have made it a core and then it would have been able to help take out this pike and shot. Russia are angry at us, so now it's going to be Russia that we're going to have to worry about. The Zulu are friendly with us, and Russia is still okay with us, by the looks of it. Yeah, 13, 12, they're -1. -1. Let's see if we can trade them something, shall we? What do they want? They're not going to want anything. We're not going to give them open borders. Let's try this. Sure, why not? What we're trying to do here... There we go. That's what we wanted. The +3 for favourable trade deals. Right, we are going to bring this pike and shot back. Perfect. And this builder, 4 charges on this builder. So we're going to improve you. And then have a look. Perhaps that coal is a drought on those tiles though. Let's just improve the coal for now. Sorry, I'm talking with my hand covering my mouth. Yeah, let's just improve the coal for now. Come around here Simple. It's really annoying that you can't pillage. It's not like a naval raider. Now then, what we can do with Himiko, two things. We can either delete her or we can explore with her. I am going to choose to delete her. She's getting deleted. Yeetus, deletus. Reason for that, 2 culture, 2 fate return. The tourism's not really important, but although Russia is in the game, so the tourism could help. You're going to pillage that quarry, aren't you? That's very annoying. So we finished our holy site. That's +7 holy site. That's an amazing one. Ooh, that is an entertainment complex, if I've seen one. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, we settle over there. Yeah, that's an entertainment complex. So we'll put an entertainment complex here. It may seem weird that I'm building an entertainment complex when I can one turn a campus or one turn an industrial zone in this city. We need our amenities, right? Amenities are extremely important. They're important for Aztecs, but they are extremely, extremely important for every city, every civilization. Happiness.
In order to
game
rally
is
people,
one of
governments need
the
enemies.
most broken things in the game. And with that being said, we are going to put retainers in. We're not going to worry too much about the rest of it. I think we're okay. We're still going to leave Diplomatic League in because we still have one more city-state to find. So let's found this city. Excellent. Look at these tiles that we've got. We're going to buy again. We just need to expand. We're going to buy this tile next turn. Get our builder. Going to... Oh yes, we just stuffed this Russian settler here. Perfect. See, this is how important it was. If we'd have managed to have been even quicker, or if we'd not gone down for Shaka, if we'd managed to be even quicker, we would have been able to stop Russia from settling this city, and we would have been even better position. However, if we take stock of our lands now, we have a city here. We're going to have all this land here. Oh, I've done it again. See, I left clicked there. So yeah, we're going to have all of this land to ourselves, and then we're going to be able to put cities wherever we want down here. So all in all, we've done extremely well. We were rushing settlers out. We got the science and culture from Pingala. I think we've done an excellent job there. So what do we want next in our civics? We've just got mobilisation, so we can make armies. That's excellent. That's going to be good if we get a surprise war declared on us. What we're going to research next is fascism. Vital to get fascism in this game, and I will be explaining that closer to the time. So I finished our entertainment complex here. We're not going to start work on the zoo because we're going to buy the zoo. Instead, we're going to start Renaissance walls because we're not going to be able to buy that this game unless Valletta is in the game. Now then, we're going to have to be really picky here. We're definitely not getting a commercial hub in the city. We're definitely not getting another holy site. What we are going to consider, we're considering an encampment because we're on the borders of both Russia and Korea, but also we're sort of like on the frontier, so getting reinforcements to this city is going to take a while. So I'm definitely thinking an encampment and maybe an industrial zone as well, because our production isn't going to reach all the way out here. Yeah, I think we're going to get an industrial zone, and we're going to put it on this tile here, I believe. However, we'll have to wait a couple of turns. We're going to put it on this tile or this tile because it needs to reach as many cities as it can. Putting it on this side is going to be pointless because it's going to be easier for the enemy to pillage. Yeah, we want the encampment there, so we're going to wait a turn. We're going to put a turn into Renaissance walls. We're going to What we are going to do is, now we've got an extra governor title, we're going to put Victor into this city, because this city is going to grow slowly and is going to be pressured by these two and potentially this one where Russia's going to settle here. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So hopefully this Ranger Corps is going to help me with this barbarian problem, which I have been blissfully ignoring. I'm going to bring that over there. Let's bring this Ranger over here as well. And you know, we are going to bring this field cannon as well. What we are going to have to deal with at some point is these rainforests. Now, what do I mean by that? How are we going to have to deal with it? Climate change. This is going to be horrific. The Zulu have already started producing something. I don't know what. It's not this. So the Zulu have already started producing their shit. So that's going to be annoying. I did just see that great merchant. Ooh, the Vatican City. That is a pointless one. We're going to get an envoy there anyway. But in this game, there's going to be no religion, so the Vatican City is pointless. That's good for us because the AI is going to not realise that it's pointless. And the AI are going to keep putting envoys into it instead of putting them into other ones. So that's good for us. So what are we doing now? I'm going to say this again because I am going to be settling another city. Oh, not near them. Maybe I could have got away with that. I should have thought about that slightly more. But again, you know, we make the misplays. Ooh. That was nasty. Oh my god. That was dirty. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Ooh, dear. Nasty. Nasty. It's killed all the population in this city. So at the minute, we are getting yields on these still. One thing about climate change in this game is eventually you're not going to get yields anymore from your natural disasters, and even worse than that is you are going to lose the bonus yields that you get. So say those tiles that got set on fire, those rainforest tiles that got set on fire, for example, they all got +1 food. They're going to lose that, and that's not going to be good later on. So that's when I say we need to deal with these rainforest tiles. At some point, there you go, those yields at some point will disappear, and we're going to have to deal with that at some point. But for now, we're going to continue with our plan, advancing this city and making this city up to scratch. I'm going to bring you over here. Sinbad, continue your exploration. And then we're going to build the farm here because we can get a farm there as well, which will give us a bonus. As you can see, these two tiles are useless. Aluminium's probably on one of these, maybe. Around here somewhere. For now, those tiles are useless, so let's improve them. This Haboob Dust Storm. Oof. Oof. Not often you get Haboob Dust Storms in your games, but when they come, they hit you pretty hard. Okay. So you might be thinking, oh my god, you've got all this faith, you haven't got a religion, you're not going to get monumentality, what are you using this faith for? Trust me, it'll be worthwhile later on. So, Congress. Ooh, this is always worth going for, and you want siphon funds. We're going to put as much Diplo favour into that and hope that comes. Now then, this might screw us. This is potentially going to screw us over. Let's give Shaka some loyalty and just hope that they don't vote us for the growth one? Sure. Let's get great people points, even though Russia's in the game. We like to live life on the edge. Let's go. Okay, what do we get from the World Congress?
May
Not
I
my
make a
favourite mechanic. Siphon funds. -5 loyalty for Korea. That's fine. Shaka got 2 diplomatic victory points. And we got the Nobel Peace Prize. So, great points. We get. What do we need? Generating Diplo favour. Ooh. I hadn't read that. That is excellent. So, what I'm going to do this turn then, I'm going to finish these barbarians off. I'm going to... It's really unfortunate we didn't get that horse tile. But that's Russia for you. I'm going to come down here with you. A little tip. There's an island out here, and there's one here as well. We're definitely settling this island. Then finish the encampment. Then we're going to get the industrial zone, like we said. We're going to get it here, like we said. Boom. So, what are we doing? We're finishing Ruhr Valley. We've started our projects here to build up our infrastructure, build up our economy. We've settled all our forward cities, so potentially we could settle a city over here. Maybe I could have thought about that. Depending on how much gold we get in the following turns, we're going to build a settler as long as this doesn't get settled. And definitely going to settle this if this doesn't get settled. But for now, I think we're going to call it there. So once again, thank you for joining me, and we'll pick this up on the next video.